Hello, good evening and welcome. Welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox, here on the panel this evening is the one and only Bridgeman and the legend that is Fox. Evening, gents.
Evening, guys.
Well, can I say a big good evening to you guys on the panel here? Huge good evening to the guys in the lobby and to all the Rangers fans listening in all over the world. Good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio.
All right, so we're going to be looking back a bit to Saturday's game, but of course, Bridgeman, another massive game coming up Wednesday night.
Oh, gee whiz, we've spoken about it so many times, haven't we?
Every week.
I'm saying that we've said it at every game now. Is just every game we come up against is what we said a while ago. Every game, we're going to run up to a point where every game is going to be absolutely massive for us. It's going to mean everything. And so it will. Excuse me. And so it will. And what can I say? You know, I thought we did well. I did well in the weekend there, getting our 3 points. I'm very happy with that. Delighted. We walked away from there, no problem. No, and hopefully no injuries. So we'll be delighted with that. And there's a big, huge game, of course, against Aberdeen. And I'm going up there with, honest to goodness, confidence of a 1-0 for the Rangers. 1-0. That's what I'm saying right
Fox,
now.
Is it? It's not. By the way, I would take it. Fox is not like him. He's 1-0.
No, not at all. It's actually no a big game coming up, mate. It's the defining week, what's left of the season for me. We play Aberdeen away and then Kilmarnock in the Cup. So it's the whole week, or the two ties in the week, that'll define what's left of the season for us. But I'm confident we've got the tools in the box and we'll get through both ties.
Did I hear just, my information's quite good. Did I hear a couple of people popped their cherry at the bistro on Saturday? Is this true, Bridge?
Well, there was a few people there, right? Oh, nice to meet Davy Lindsay. Davy Lindsay was there. Mm-hmm. And Tracy was there.
The famous Tracy, yeah.
Tracy, I think it was Tracy, yeah.
Was she trying to bribe Skipper? I'm hearing whispers that she was trying to bribe Skipper. Is this true?
Oh, I wouldn't know, but I know that somebody said something about sweeties, so I'm not going to say any more on that.
All right, okay. Well,
I can't say any more now. All I know is that's what's happened.
You're all right. You're not under oath. Great that people are meeting up part of the Rangers radio community, folks.
I always enjoy the wee gab we have before we go into our different seats, mate. It was a pleasure to meet Tracy and Davy Lindsay and some of the usual gang, Crooks Ranger, Skipper and Bridge yourself, of course. I'm trying to think in case I've missed them out, but there was
JFK would have been there, would you?
Oh, JFK and the man Mountain, which he is his boy.
You wouldn't know his boy,
Graham. Oh, wow. Graham, aye. God, I wish we'd have sent her half that size.
I've asked the boy to start training up and get himself down to see the trainers and get sorted out up there. Because he's a man Mountain, that boy.
I know JFK might be listening, but if the boy's going to be any good, he'd need to take his football off his mother's side, mate.
Oh, nice one, pal. Nice one.
He's going to kill me if he gets his sons on.
I bet he is as well.
Lovely boy, Graham. Lovely boy. Great that people are meeting up. And the anticipation, I was reading in some of the forums, they could feel a buzz about the ground. Did you feel that for a game against St Mirren? If it is, it's great, eh?
Well, you know, Oxford, it was sold out. It was a massive crowd again. I think that's just so good for our stadium, so good for the fans. There's murmurs and rumblings, and we just want to do well. And we scored the goal within the first few minutes, and that settled everybody down. So they just wanted to watch Rangers playing better football than they have been, and they did. They did. Very happy.
Started the match very well, got the goal. Bitsy with a couple of half chances, Bridge. Obviously, we're going to maybe discuss all the incidents later, but we didn't play particularly well first half. We're a team that looked for me as we need that second goal. Does that make sense?
Indeed it does, pal. Look, we need goals, simple as that. But we need that second goal to settle us down properly. They never get near our goal. And at any time
during that game. Did McGregor have a
game,
save to make?
No.
No.
No shots on goal, that team. No shots on goal.
All right, Fox, does that make sense? We got the goal, and obviously, but we huffed and puffed a wee bit. I don't know who's doing the typing. It'll not be me. Huffed and puffed a wee bit. But what was your thoughts on the shape?
Shape was okay, mate. It wasn't a tremendous success in the first half. The diamond, I think it was the sort of diamond we played. This is only my observation, but I think we changed it in the second half to more a 4-4-2. As you say, we started well, but we always seem to start games well, and then we get the early goal, and then we kind of sit back for some reason, where we should be going for the jugular right away. I thought once that goal went in, I think it was 3 minutes apparently, first penalty, wasn't it? Something like that.
That's fair, right?
I was expecting us to go and let Cowdenbeath be 3-0 up in the first half, but we tended to lose our way a wee bit. I don't think there was the pressing part of our game wasn't there again. I don't know if that was meant to be. But I think we're a far, far better side when we close down players very quickly. But of course, to do that, you need to have the whole team and not just individuals doing it. I was quite happy. At the end of the day, Ox, it was a good performance, especially in the second half. And I was pleased enough getting away back home, mate.
I think that the fact, for me anyway, this is only my observations on it. I think the fact that we had both Davis and Defoe on the park again, and this time they were at Ibrox in front of the crowd, and I thought Davis was very, very good for parts of the first half, and you could see when he came on the second half, you see the legs were starting to go, but I thought he was quite good in the first half, and there wasn't that many chances inside the box that Defoe could have pounced on. Other than he got the penalty, or the two penalties rather, and I thought he played quite well, considering he got 90 minutes, so that's brilliant, you know.
I think with the likes of Stephen Davis, mate, it's just getting them up to match sharpness. You could see bits and pieces in the game where he did play well, and other times he was hitting some stray passes, which is unlike Steve Davis of old, as we know.
He'll be better for that 60 minutes, if that makes sense. But I've got to disagree with my learned friend there. I didn't think Davis had a good game at all, if I'm being honest.
He had a reasonable game. He wasn't terrible, mate. A few missed passes, and of course everybody jumps on that. But you still try to find out how the team plays. I think that. It'll take him a couple of games to settle in. But I thought he was all right. I was surprised that Defoe, I thought he was looking a lot sharper. I wasn't expecting him just to be sharp. I thought his movement was good. I think he'll be a bonus for us up until the end of the season.
He'll score goals. He'll score goals, that's for sure. You're right there, Fox. He was quite quick over that wee short period, 5-10 yards. Really quick. Loves being in the box. That was a beautiful pass he gave Kent for that goal. Absolutely beautiful pass. So well done to him.
I thought he did a decent game, Defoe. He's all right in movement, and obviously the assist for Kent's goal. So if people want to join us, what's the number, Bridge?
The number's 0141 356 1972.
Where else can you join us, Fox? Where else can you join us, Fox?
You can join us on Skype.
Skype at Rangers. There you go, Fox.
You can join us on Skype at rangersradio.online. If you've called in before, we'll have you in our wee database here and we'll bring you into the call. If you're a first-time caller on Skype, when you phone in, I will send you back a contact request, and once you answer that, I'll be able to bring you into the call.
Well, listen to them, Bridge, trying to big up the technical department.
I know. They're making that a huge job in this company.
Just for the record,
massive job.
He presses two buttons, you know what I mean?
I know. I have to admit that you're right. And sometimes you can't find the same button.
Aye, that's also true. Anyway, we'll be first off the rank tonight. We'll be joined by JFK. Hope he wasn't listening earlier.
Evening, guys.
Evening, Jimmy.
How you doing, Fox? Hello, Ox Jer. Hi, Bridge. the wife's got the rolling pin there.
I was paying compliments to your good lady.
Aye. She's played me a few in her time, but... aye.
Saturday, JFK, obviously, a lot of controversy. How you seen things?
Well, the controversy has overshadowed the result for a lot of us. It's Rangers as usual. They want to batter us for pillar to post. 4 penalties and there were never penalties. 2 was, 1 was, 9 was, 5 was. What we got here? Just like to get your thoughts on it, guys. I listened to Dermot Gallagher today. I watched him rather on Sky, and his view is that 3 of the 4 penalties that were given were Stonewallers, and the other one was a 50-50 in his eyes. He thought that the Defoe one, where he went down, the referee could see the reason why he went down, but he didn't. He was also asked, did he dive? And your estimation, he says no. And the same with the Candace one, he says no. The offence started on the line and continued into the penalty box. Same as the handball. The handball was on the line, and that's deemed a penalty. That's part of the penalty box. Now, the usual suspects is the BBC, who are the unmentionables to Bridgman and Radio Snide. They're doing everything in their power to get Jermaine Defoe cited for diving simulation, and I think that's absolutely disgusting. And the same way Daniel Candace. As usual, it's Rangers, and if we get a penalty, we're cheats. But if everybody gets a penalty, it's alright. Absolutely disgusting. It's time that we just totally get rid of the BBC altogether. Shouldn't even allow them to report on us. Listening to the 2 reprobates last night was absolutely vomit-inducing. And Stephen Thompson was an ex-Rangers player. His name should be stricken for the list of ex-Rangers players. And Alex Ray as well for Radio Snide. They're an absolute disgrace as ex-Rangers players.
I actually saw Michael Stewart play for us in the game at Fulham, mate, but there you go.
Well,
I'll give you my thoughts on the penalties, JFK, and then I'll take them in to Bridge and to Fox, and then you can come back in. Is that fair?
Yep, okay, mate.
The first one was, I think, Defoe was just too quick for the boy and the boy left his leg out there, penalty kick. Naive defending, in my opinion. The second one, I don't even think Defoe was looking for a penalty. The referee had a decision to make, gave us a penalty kick. I don't think our team even appealed. So maybe that could have been soft, if you like, in the category soft. The third one, the boy nearly caught the ball and ended up in the area where the ball. The linesman gave it. No, I've not seen it for the Sky angles. I've only seen it on Saturday. But the linesman gave it, so you've got to accept he's got a good view. The third one, the foul started outside the box and ended up with the same player who caught the ball, grappling with him round both his legs, and Candace ended up in the box. And maybe jumped up, maybe to get himself free for the guy wrapping his arms around him. But it was a foul. Both the incidents were fouls. And the fifth one, well, it actually been a penalty as well, if you ask me. Bridgman.
Yeah, I can't disagree with what you're saying there. We weren't sure simply because of I'm in the Copeland, so it's kind of difficult. We're very pleased that we got a penalty, another penalty. We saw him going down before that is, but he came back. It was up immediately. So we were just wondering what had happened. We wouldn't know whether that was. We knew it was that guy McGinn. We weren't sure if he stuck a wee Snyder in the back of his heel or something like that, you know. So we just didn't know. All we saw was the folk going down and coming back up again, and then the referee coming to see him. So we weren't sure whether he was actually going to send. We weren't sure if he was going to send the foe off, book him, and send him off or something. But we didn't know. We didn't know what was going on. But obviously we were happy we got a penalty, right? As it turned out, the first one we thought from where we were a penalty. Second one we weren't sure, but happy we got it. Third one, he had his back to where we were in the Copeland. He had his back to us. and but his hands were up, and we know the ball hit his hands, and we know when he landed in the box. So as far as we're concerned, that's a penalty. As far as we're concerned, right? But there was a few of the guys at the back of us were saying, looking at the way they saw it, they weren't sure. They thought he was outside the box when he jumped up and handled the ball, but he landed in the box and the ball was hitting his hand anyway. So it's 6 and 1, half a dozen error. It's whether the referee would give it or no, but the linesman must have saw it and gave a shout. The third one, to me, the guy grabbed him in his leg and was holding on to him, and he ended up, by the time wee Candace got free, he was actually in the box by the time he got free. So I think there's one of the rules says that if you're holding on to a person or fouling a person and it continues into the box, it's a penalty. You've got to give it. So as far as I was concerned, those were penalties, except the one I wasn't sure of. Even the one that with Morelos at the end there looked worse than any of them we saw, to be honest. They weren't bad penalties. There was no heavy hoofing. There was nothing like that in it. They were simple penalties. I thought the one that the boy pulled Morelos at the end, I thought that was a penalty. But you might not see it. Maybe you couldn't see it on the TV. Maybe the angles weren't right. But it looked like it to me. He pulled him for the shoulder and whipped him round, And I thought that's a definite penalty. But we're not getting it. Like a lot of fouls we never got on Saturday, to be honest.
Well, I didn't think it was an overly physical game, Bridge. All I thought was that some of the defending was a bit naive. And the young team with inexperienced players, they were in their box for a long number of times. They just cracked, mate. They just cracked and gave away decisions to make. Now, whether it was a millimetre inside the box or whether it was a millimetre outside the box, I don't think the Poirot has been fair on anybody involved. Bridge, Fox.
Let's just get one thing straight. With the rules of the game, if a referee awards a penalty kick, it's a penalty kick. Regardless of what Tim's pundits on the telly or newspaper columnists want to have their opinion on it, fair enough. The rules of the game state, if he awards a penalty, it's a penalty kick. There's no debating it after that. It's a penalty. I was absolutely raging at the referee that he never gave us the fifth one. And there's not been too much said about that. It was a clear penalty, and we should have had a fifth penalty kick. So I think the referee was right in all his decisions, and I'm sticking to that.
Can I comment on what Jimmy was saying about the way he saw on the BBC? As I say, I watched the BBC's highlights of the game, and I tell you now, that is just disgraceful, that programme. It's gone from bad to worse to worse to worse. It's the lowest of the low. It really and truly is.
You know the best thing, Rich?
Sorry?
You know the best thing?
I know you can say not to watch it. My big problem with, obviously, with anyone who watches it and doesn't, Rangers fans that watch it, they get upset and they're watching it. What my problem with it is that's the broadcast, that's the national broadcaster. They don't come to Ibrox to watch the games. They don't come to Ibrox and do anything in Ibrox. They don't interview our managers. They take nothing to do with us, which we're all happy with. They don't want anything to do with us. I'm happy with that. Why on earth do they want our game? Why do they want our game for their programme? Why did they do it? I don't know. I've got no idea. Obviously, it's a rhetorical question. I cannot understand why that company has got this thing against Rangers, and Rangers can't, or whatever, do anything about it. If it was me, the very first thing, I 100% agree with what Jimmy said, ban the BBC entirely from Ibrox for anything. Find a way of not allowing them to show any of our games or radio commentary in our games. People, including myself sometimes, we don't really understand how strong the BBC is in Scotland. To me, the BBC is it. They're the only broadcaster that will do radio broadcasting. They're the only broadcaster that will do TV broadcasting. And don't get me wrong, Rangers TV's there. And I know that there will be other areas there that could, in fact, do a small broadcast, but not on the same level as BBC. And that's the saddest thing about it all, is that somehow or other Scottish football is stuck with the BBC. Now, for 90% of Scottish football, that may be okay, but certainly no for the Rangers. The Rangers are way above what the BBC can do. That is a shocking, disgraceful programme that they put out there. Now, when we played against the Tims in the 29th, there was 3 incidents involving Morelos, and their whole criticism of that game was about those 3 incidents. Nothing else about Rangers. Nothing how good Rangers play them, how easily, or apparently easily, we managed to suppress them, and we beat them well on the day. And yesterday was the same, or Saturday was the same. That team were no match for Rangers in any part of the game. Not one single match. Rangers could have had 10 there, yes, and Sunday if they Saturday
if they must have 4 saves, mate. 4 good.
Yeah, the goalkeeper had a very, very good game. Actually, that Anton Ferdinand had a really good second half as well.
He swept up very well for them, mate, last
match. He did, yes, he did. I've got nothing against St Mirren as far as that's concerned. They're not a good team. We know they're not a good team, but my goodness gracious, their manager came out and says he's looked at them all. There's only one, and that's all the BBC want. They want the managers who are against Rangers, playing against Rangers, to come out and say the controversial. How on earth? Ask you this: how on earth can Steve Clark from Kilmarnock come out or be allowed to come out and say that he wants one of your players banned for diving? Would it get the compliance officer on it or worse to that effect? I never heard them saying that. Apparently, that's what he said. I think this is nothing short of disgraceful what the Scottish football authorities are doing and the rest of the teams. Oh, just disgraceful. Every single one of them seem to be up to get something on Rangers. I don't understand this. Sorry, pal, I'm ranting and raving. I do apologise to everyone. I'm ranting and raving. Sorry.
Well, I was just about to apologise to everybody. You feel better now? I warned you, JFK. I warned you when you mentioned it.
Aye, Bridges, right? You know, it's we should be talking here about the team's performance on Saturday and looking forward to playing the Shaggers on Wednesday. But as usual, you know, they're giving all the plaudits, you know, the puddle drinkers, you know, for what I saw of their game, that St Johnstone are garbage. But they're talking them up as if they're world beaters, you know, and I listen to the wee drunk Clark for Kilmarnock. He's looking for Jermaine Defoe to be done for simulation. You know, he's just got his eye on the Celtic job, you know, the puddle drinkers manager's job. So it's horrible that it's happening again, you know. They kicked us down the last time, but it's not going to be easy for them this time. But listen to some of the garbage that's going about. And I know what you're saying to Bridge here, but no watching it. But, you know, it's curiosity. You know, you want to know what they're saying. It's all right, somebody telling you what they were saying, but you want to actually see and hear it for yourself, Oxshare, you know. And it's getting disgusting. No, I was a glutton for punishment. I tuned in after the game to Radio Scotland, and then I watched the sports scene, and then I listened to Snide United. You know, I wish I hadn't now, because, you know, I've not even got any drink in the house tonight, so I wish I would have bought a bottle. You know, because I'm keeping my big 40 ouncer for a special occasion that we got off my pal Stevie. But Bridges, right, and they just don't want the BBC. I know there's a contractual agreement there regarding leagues and showing games now, but I'm glad that we don't speak to them, because it's, you know, and it's going to get worse.
All we want, JFK, and that's what it's all about. We just want a fair cracking of it.
Of course we do. Of course we do. You know, you think it was Rangers that was cheating Oxshare. We never gave the penalties. The referee gave them, and the linesman gave them. But they're throwing it, you know. Don't forget.
Did the same referee, you know, a handball that was about a yard outside the box in the National Cup final?
Betfred Cup final against the Shaggers, aye, he did. You know, but the fact of the matter is that, you know, it's come down to it again. The penalties were for Rangers, and there's a big outcry. But it's for the puddle drinkers we've all got to keep quiet. And it's absolutely disgusting, you know. And no wonder we always say no one likes us, we don't care. Because that's the truth. Nobody likes us. But we don't care. But, you know, we need to get this sorted out, because no, they're all jumping on the bandwagon again. And it's down in Rangers all the time. And it's just getting right out of hand. And I nearly done the sweary word. It's getting absolutely disgusting now. Disgusting, Oxshare. That's my rant.
Well, I get the overdramp. Look, that game was 4 going on 7, 8, 9 or 10 in Saturday Fox. It was, if that had been a boxing match, it had been stopped after, 70 minutes?
Aye, I agree. There was nothing controversial that caused St Mirren to get beat, mate. We beat them. I don't think they hardly got a kick of the ball in the game, never mind have a shot in the game. There's nothing for the media to go, and this is just a witch hunt by the media, and it's been going on for ages. The BBC do a highlight show. I can understand they're allowed to have their point of view. What really gets me is Radio Clyde, mate. I also listened to their programme when I was just lying in my bed on Saturday night. How are they getting pictures out of Ibrox? That's what I want to know. I'm a season ticket holder at Ibrox, and I can't get Rangers TV in some of the games that's shown outside the country, etc. But these people seem to have access to Rangers TV. How are they doing that? They don't sponsor us at Ibrox, they sponsor Celtic at Parkhead. So why are they getting access to Rangers TV? That's my opinion on it.
Is it not true, Fox? Forgive me for saying this, but I think what it is that the contractual agreement is that whomever it is that's doing the filming, the BBC have got access, must have access to the film.
They've bought the rights. They've bought the rights of the SPFL.
They've got a contractual for what do you call it? They've got a contract for the rights to show to get access to the films and edit it the way they want, and then produce their package. And that, what I say is, I don't care who they are. We Rangers, if we've got a contract with the SPFL, SFA that says we must give the BBC something, then the contract should be the same at the other side. They should have a contract with the SPFL and the SFA that says they must provide the same coverage, imbalanced, impartial coverage for everything that they do with any other team. So if they don't come to Ibrox to do radios, then they can expect nothing from Ibrox in that sense. So they should be forced to come to Ibrox and do their radio show and interview the managers. When we go and we play,
BBC on the ban for Ibrox, Rich.
No. I'm saying they don't come to Ibrox. That's all I'm saying. But if we've got a contract that says we must give them film, then that's fine. Okay, we've got to do that. The same must be said on the other side. They must have a contract with SPLSFA that allows them to come into the ground and do, excuse me, the radio contract, the radio broadcast from the grounds and whatever it is. So they must be able to do that. But they don't come to Ibrox to do it. The SFA and SPFL should force them to do it, as in the contract. That's all I'm saying. Not that I want them in any way, but I'm just meaning peachy. You know.
Isn't it brilliant? But I know, mate, they're all gone. They're all sick as parrots. No, there's a big fear. I heard a comment the night on Radio Clyde, mate, with Hugh Keevins saying they're the worst referees in 50 years. Funny how there was no controversy when we were doing the Bolton leagues. There wasn't a big kick-up about the same referees, Fox. You know.
Well said, Fox. Well said. You know, when they're refereeing a game that them on the other side of the river managed to win and win well, then they're the greatest things in sliced bread, as long as they don't give anything against them. But as soon as somebody does anything against them, or somebody appears to have so giving Rangers something for nothing, yeah, like those penalties. I mean, as was said earlier, Rangers had nothing to do with the penalties. Rangers were a team that were playing, and the referee decided, by the way, it was 4 times, it was 4 fouls, yeah, in his opinion, and 3 of them were in the box, or 4 of them were in the box, sorry. So it's simple as that. As far as I'm concerned, dead easy. But, my goodness gracious, Jimmy's right. Jimmy, did you listen to Sneyd on Saturday night?
I listened on the way home, in the car, on Saturday.
Wow, Jimmy.
I know. How you go, mate?
No, I heard somebody saying, or reading on Follow, the first couple of people were maybe the first of 3 or 4, and there was Celtic fans. I watched that game today, and I'm thinking to myself, where are they watching it? You know what I mean? Where are the Celtic fans watching it?
There was a Celtic fan that phoned up to say they had a ticket for the St Mirren end.
Oh, gee whiz.
You know, and
That's
that's paranoia to the extreme. You know, but what does stick in my throat is what Fox is saying there. I mean, especially Sneyd, they send somebody to the game, and I don't know if that's through the media side it, or if they've got to buy a ticket for the game or whatever. If they sit near Tom Miller, whoever he's doing his comments about, I don't know. But I've got a ticket for an Alec Ray thing shortly. I'm not going to sit and listen to Alec Ray spouting rubbish and take my money off me. I listened to Alec Ray the last couple of weeks talking about Rangers, and I don't expect him to sit there and say we all the time. But his comments tonight, again, were absolute garbage, you know, and the same as that Stevie Thompson. And it's typical that the big DJ's no getting a shout on Sneyd Radio now. I know he's an ambassador at Ibrox, but he's as well away from it because, you know something, they've all taken the dirty shilling now and listen to... I can't listen to Fox or that off. Sorry, Fox, I didn't mean that. Sneyd or that off.
That's the first good point you made on there.
No. Because I was going to come on to what Fox is saying it. Fox is saying it about no listening to it the night now, and I did as well. And I just knew I'm at the situation that that I'm not wanting to listen to it, but it's a curiosity factor to listen to what they're saying about us, you know, and it's just disgusting. And if ex-Rangers players can't stick up...
Sorry, this person can't answer at the moment, so please leave a message.
Who was that? It was me.
Everybody okay?
Sorry, a wee message for Tinder there.
Who is that?
He swiped the wrong way, GFK.
Who is that?
Wouldn't say anything.
Anyway, that's my view, that.
No, can I just ask you? You mentioned something about that guy Clark, Stevie Clark from Kilmarnock, and you said something quite. You said that wee drunk or something like that. I don't know about the guy. Allegedly.
But hey, it's just his press of the day was that he was looking for equalities, he called it, and he said that he named them. Jermaine Defoe, he says, dived, he says, so why is he should be reported to compliance officer. So allegedly he's a wee drunk, you know, but he's sitting to wait and take Brenda's throne at the Puddle Drinkers Stadium. So, you know, who wants to listen to him? We owe him one on Saturday. What he's trying to do is upset the Rangers team and build up to the cup game on Saturday. But he's a wee rat bag. So let's hope we give them a scalping on Saturday. I'm away for a drink of Iron Brew now.
Yeah.
So people want to give their thoughts on the penalties, the match on Saturday. Because, for me, it was a 6.5, 7 performance out of 10, Bridge. I
must admit that I didn't think the Rangers were stretched in any way, shape or form on Saturday. I was very pleased that we walked out of there with 4 goals. It could have been 10 for all I knew. You know what I mean? That's how not much far better than them we were.
Funny you should say that about the Ford Bridge. I was disappointed. I was looking for another couple. I thought with 20 minutes to go, we could have kept on. And,
there was a couple of runs that the boys made in the second half. You know, just before Kent scored, there was a couple of lovely runs and marvellous passing, and they got to the box, and my goodness gracious, they ended up trying to pass to each other from a yard. You know, instead of pushing it back a wee bit like somebody have a crack at it, they were sort of, their interplay was so good. They got to the edge of the box and it stopped, and they were trying to pass it to each other backwards twice, I think, 1, 2, you know, but no going anywhere. And there was a couple of times they could have had a couple of goals, a couple of nice shots, you know. And their goalkeeper was very good, played very well. And actually, as I say, some of the defenders, particularly that boy, what do you call him, Ferdinand, had some lovely blocks, you know, good blocks. So I've got no complaints about the game at all. Delightfully surprised about getting so many penalties, and I'm not ashamed of the penalties at all. The referee gave them. There's no problem. There wasn't anything. There was nobody get broken legs. There was no dirty tackles. There's very few hard tackles in the game. I thought Morelos got himself a wee bit involved and ended up getting booked, which I was disappointed on. But I would need to ask some of the boys that in the Sandy Jardin what they saw of the alleged tackle that that Morelos caught the boy. and apparently somebody was telling me and was walking down to the subway that no, there wasn't he never touched him. Morelos never touched a St Mirren player, but he went down like a sack of totties, and they got him booked. So I don't know what happened. I'd like somebody to tell us what actually happened there. But other than that, as you know, nobody's talked about anything else other than the penalties. The rest of the game doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously, to get that amount of penalties in one match is pretty unusual, Fox. But it wasn't as if, well, let's say 3 of them were definite fouls, weren't they?
As I said earlier on, so if a referee gives a penalty, I'm not going to knock it back, especially if it's for us, you know.
Aye.
I don't want to talk about the penalties all night because that's what everybody thinks the show's all about. Let's talk about the football. What didn't work in the first half for me? I didn't think Kent in the middle of the park
He's better in the left, mate. He's better in the left, aye.
And I think we've seen the benefit of him in the second half where he was more effective. Ross McCrory, he was having a bad wee game. As soon as he got booked, I knew he'd be taken off, mate, because he's going to be much needed on Wednesday night. And I think it was a precaution more than anything else that he didn't get another card. As I said, Scott Arfield, Steve Davis, thought they done all right. I want to give particular things to Katic and Worrell, who both have been under a bit of scrutiny lately. I thought they dealt with anything that came forward against them. I thought they were good in the air, both of them, and both good in the deck, and snubbed out most of their attacks halfway into our half, mate. They didn't allow St Mirren to progress any further than that. I thought they were very good on Saturday for what they had today. They were solid. Barisic and Tav, I didn't think both of them had their best games, to be honest. Barisic got 1 or 2 his good crosses in, but a lot of times his crosses went to nobody in particular. Tav was the same. No as effective for me without Candias to cover him and work with him. I don't think that side of the park should be interfered with at all. Taverner needs Candias a lot of the time, and Candias helps Tav out a lot. And Barisic and Kent can form the same sort of thing in the left-hand side. Going for the 2 up top, did it work? Well, that's up to you to discuss, I think.
Well, we scored 4 goals and our centre-forward, our new centre-forwards involved in 3 of them. You know, Morelos, I don't think that if you think about it, he was a catalyst for the whole thing starting, Bridgeman. He's good play out in the right-hand side, comes through, and it was his ball into Defoe that created the first chance.
It was
which ended up a penalty kick. Real good play for Morelos.
I've said, sorry, pal. Sorry, apologies.
It's just awareness seems to be improving in match situations.
Yeah, I think there's so much, in my opinion, so much positives to say about Morelos, and that's one over the last 5 or 6 weeks. And I've always thought he was a smashing player, but over the last 5 or 6 games that we've played, he's proved to me that he is by far and away the best footballer in Scotland, without a doubt. He's absolutely brilliant. The ball can come to him, and he holds it in, and he can shove his man off. All of the great things, and he had 2 absolutely outstanding shots. Excuse me, Saturday, and both hit the one at both halves, and hit the side net, and just hit the side net, and a real dangerous player, dangerous player. But he wasn't giving away as many balls. He was holding the ball up nicely and passing it, making nice passes to others. And yeah, you're right. When he gets it on the wing, he definitely makes a real good fist of it. I think he's a fabulous player. Can I just say something about Kent?
Of course you can.
But I thought Kent wasn't he the best player in the world in the first half. I thought he had quite a good game. I thought in the second half, when they made the change of McCrory off for Ryan Jack, I thought that was the best move of the game. Ryan Jack came on and he proved he was a fantastic player for us. Again, really, really good. Quality player. Don't get me wrong, he weren't playing against the most difficult team in the whole world, but he made a big difference for me anyway. And we were able to put the foot on the ball and spray passes about. And even Stephen Davis started to get a wee bit of a game as well, if you follow what I mean. But I was very happy when Ryan Jack came on. I thought he was great. Seriously, thought he was great. And I thought Kent, he's running in the second half. Him and Borna Barisic, just absolutely brilliant in the second half. The crowd just loved them.
Yeah. I just say, like, you know, I just put a wee present on the lobby for Big Al, the global ambassador. If you want to have a wee look at it.
Is that you?
That's me, mate. With my man Keedy and my sash.
Wow. Oh, Jimmy, you look different.
Oh, I look beautiful, don't I?
Very good, Tom.
Oh dear, a wee bit of hilarity. That's for Big Al.
You've let yourself go a bit lately, Jimmy.
What you see in a Saturday's a suit, mate. That's just my bodysuit. Tracy. Hello, Tracy. She says very handsome, Jimmy. She's quite right as well.
I reckon that's your boy's body. Get a hate him.
Anyway, what Fox said there earlier on is 100% right. Let's start talking about the way we played on Saturday and who was our man of the match, and then look forward to Wednesday when we play the Shaggers. Me personally, was between two players, was Ryan Kent and Jermaine Defoe. I thought the two of them were outstanding, especially young Ryan Kent. So
different kinds again. Obviously, Kent's he's going to go past players. He's exciting. They're waiting for things to happen. He scored a lovely goal.
Yeah.
But I would have actually edged the overall performance of the whole 90 minutes. I would have went for Defoe. And he was involved in the penalty right at the start, and he was involved in the fourth goal, so he never let up, you know.
I'd agree, aye. Between the two, but I'd taken Kent because of the goal that he scored.
It was a lovely finish.
It was a great, and it was a great Bobby Defoe. You know,
you must have got a good view of that, mate.
Oh, definitely, just right where we.
Oh, it was brilliant.
It was a beautiful watch. And that's the thing, you know. All they kept saying it, and is you know the Rangers did deserve to win, but they won on penalties, you know. But you know something, some of the football we played at times was nice. I know the gaffer. I know we'll probably hear his presser later on, but I know he wasn't happy with some of the play that on the day. But you said earlier on, Oxyar, it was 7-8, mate, out with the penalties. No, the one with Kent hit the bar. Jeez, oh, that was some shot. And then in the second half, when Jermaine got a cracking chance in it, the goalie made a fantastic save. So, all-round performance for me was good. Not so sure about the two up front all the time. No, I don't know if that's going to work for us at Pittodrie. I hope it doesn't, but again, we'll talk about that nearer the time. I was happy with the performance, Oxyar. It was another 3 points and a good result. So, as I've always said, onwards and upwards.
Yep, if people want to join us, give their thoughts. What's the number, Fox?
0141 356 1972.
I'll join us at Skype at rangersradio.online, where you've brought into the call with the one and only Old School Blue or Fox. Bridgeman, I had Kent, Defoe. That's I've got Ray doing. Can I argue with GFK there? I didn't think we were startling. It was a professional performance, shall we say, 4-0. I was actually disappointed we never got a couple more goals. Bridge?
Yes, I think that's what most of the Bears were hoping for, obviously, for goals. Looked as if we were going to get them, but in the last 20 minutes of that game, it was just virtually impossible to get it in there and get through them. Other than it had to be a really good pass, a really cunning move, and that's what we provided when Defoe gave the ball to Kent. I thought Kent had an outstanding second half, absolutely outstanding. I think he was a marvellous player. There was a wee spell in the first half where he was head and shoulders above everybody. He's running with the ball at his feet, and he had a lovely shot at the bar. Everything about that, and then we seem to, what we've done in the past, we seem to sort of stop, maybe the midfield stopped pressing a wee bit, and that let them a wee bit into the game so that they could push out a wee bit. But we were allowing them to pass the ball back to their keeper and across their back four. No problem at all. They had wee couple of minute spells doing that, which took the pressure off them for a wee while. And of course, that we didn't have any pressure on at that time. But it never did no damage to us at all. But if we had managed to keep that press going, like we have done in the past, particularly against the Anema across the city, my goodness gracious, we could have taken 10 off of that team. And that's the truth. They were not on the game at all, that team. Not on the game.
Aye, fair. I'm still going to argue with a lot of that. And I'm glad that Fox was praising the two centre backs. Were the first to criticise the play again, kept the concentration for the whole match, kept it simple and joined up the play quite nicely on the piece. Fox?
Aye, I'm going to agree with that. Can I just go back to Ryan Krent?
Aye, of course.
Am I the only person that thinks he's the most exciting player in Scottish football at the moment? Since he came back from injury against the scum at Parkhead, mate, he's been absolutely brilliant, that boy. Now I've seen some dicks getting that Player of the Month award. That young boy's been absolutely brilliant since we came back, and I'm hoping the boy gets some decent praise in the newspapers and on the sports programmes. Absolutely terrific signing for Rangers, and I think he's absolutely going to go into this season to be one of our star men for the rest of the season. His ability on the ball, his balance, his trickery, for me is far above anything else in Scottish football, and deserves a lot of praise for me.
JFK?
Oh. I'd like to say I agree with Fox. I think that young Ryan Kent has got virtually everything that a really good quality footballer would want, particularly in the Scottish game. I don't know how he would manage to get by in the English Premiership, so forgive me for saying this straight away. I just don't know, because it's a really tough league to play in that, and you really need to be on your game all the time. So whether he would relish the step up, and I don't see why he wouldn't, but certainly if he got his first couple of years with the Rangers would allow him that bedding in and a platform to spring forward. He is a wonderful player, as Fox said, very exciting player. I'm not saying I don't think he's quite as exciting as or generates the same excitement as Morelos. When Morelos gets the ball, it generates excitement. There's something goes through the crowd. Everybody is full of anticipation when Morelos gets the ball. There was one time he got past the boy, not dead easy, but he got past the boy anyway and run into the box, and virtually everybody in the Copeland Road stood up. And virtually everybody stood up waiting on it happening, and that's when he had the tremendous shot that hit the side net. But that's the kind of thing he does. But the boy Kent is a wonderful player. They're not taking anything away from him, and he linked up well with Barisic in the second half. It was great to watch. Just great to watch.
Fox, can I ask you a wee question, mate? You're in the main stand, aren't you?
Yep.
Just on the way down to becoming home after the game, there was people, and they never showed you it on the television. There was people in the crowd as we were going out. They said that Morelos came across to as if he was looking for Stevie Gerrard to take him off after the third penalty. Could you put any light on that? I was celebrating the goal. I never seen anything. Did you see anything like that?
I seen it was the manager shouted him over, mate, and I think it was to pass on instructions to
right.
I thought it was actually Jermaine Defoe coming off, mate, and I think it was Morelos that was pushing on that penalty to let Defoe take it, mate, because he thought he was coming after. That's only my view. There didn't seem to be any angry words between the manager.
I just say I thought the opposite to that, and a few people around me, we thought that Morelos was looking for the ball to get his goal tally up. I'm just saying that's what we were thinking. We never thought there was any arguments or anything about it, you know.
No,
I hate this bit that he's petulant all the time.
I know.
The young boy's a winner, And as a forward, if he thought Tav was going to give the ball away to anybody, he'd have probably wanted to take it. I think he's second in line to take penalty kicks.
Yep, the gaffer said that.
And when you seen them celebrating after it, there's a good camaraderie between all the players with Jermaine Defoe. And I think there's a good... They're getting on well. How's that sound, better? Right, time away.
Love it, Foxy, love it.
When Fred's booking, right, Fred's booking was a joke. It was only about 25 feet away from where I sat. And the referee just couldn't wait to take the card out. No, it was the momentum it took Alfredo, and it was no malice intended. And the boy made a meal of it. Absolutely disgusting booking. And what Foxy said, right, I mean, if he's petulant, he's petulant. But to me, he's a winner. He wants to score. I agree with Fox on that. He wants to score. He wants the ball at him. He takes shots at some angles you're wishing that he would pass the ball, but he scores some great goals to some acute angles. So you've got to give him 10 out of 10. He doesn't put the heat down as much, which is pleasing. He used to put his heat down if things weren't going his way, but no. Thanks for clearing that up, Fox. A few people in about me were saying, what was that about Morelos? He seemed as if he'd went in a cream puff and that he was wanting to come off. I said, well, I never seen it. I was celebrating the goal, and a couple others had mentioned it as well, but I'll take
the manager definitely beckoned him here, mate, to talk to him.
Good.
Aye.
That's good.
So did Morelos actually hit the boy?
No, I didn't hit him at all.
Did he touch him?
The boy had skipped Air Morelos' legs, and it just so happens that the boy went down. And what he did is when he came down, you saw what he done, guys. He grabbed his ankle, you know, but Fred was obviously angry, the same as the rest is, you know, because he was starting to nip at the referee and like everybody were all screaming, get away from him, because he wouldn't have thought twice about bringing out another yell and sending him off. But about 10 minutes after that, I don't know if it was Big Ferdinand at the tackle. And it was the same type of tackle just outside our box in the first half, and the referee played wave play on. Yeah. So you know, there was no that again, Fox. That was there near your side. There was no consistency there. So they're all talking about the referee was biased towards Rangers. Look, at the end of the day, the Gers won, and that's all that matters. I know that the referee and the penalties is taking centre stage now, but for me, it's another good win for us.
So can I let me get this right, Jimmy, please, in my head now. That's why I was asking that question earlier. Morelos got booked for his involvement in a tackle and speaking back to the referee possibly. And I think Morelos was claiming...
You get booked for the tackle.
You're booked for the tackle.
So he's booked for the tackle. Wait a minute. You get booked for the tackle that never was because he never touched him.
No, Bridge. You get booked for making a silly tackle.
No, but he never touched him.
Doesn't mean it's not a foul, Bridge.
It doesn't mean it's not a foul. My point is the referee.
It was a silly challenge and a bit of the part where he will learn that he need to make the tackle.
But the fact is that the referee just couldn't wait to get the card out. The card was out as the boy hit the ground.
I'm not saying it was necessarily a booking, but it was a silly challenge.
No, I agree with you. It was a silly challenge, but if they're going to talk about the inconsistency, then that was an inconsistency, because 10 minutes later there's the same type of tackle, if no worse, and the referee played
right in front of the edge of the box. It was.
That's right.
I actually thought, Jimmy, that he slid in to block the ball in case the boy played it forward. I didn't think he actually made a tackle on the boy.
He didn't touch him.
I don't think he necessarily touched him, but it was more when he dived in, Fox, and you might be right. He might have been trying to block it, you know.
Right. And the referee was over the other side of the park, and he'd scared out before he even spoke to the linesman. I don't think he would have had a great view of that.
No, definitely no. And as I said, he had a good view of the one that he never booked, you know. But Fred was nipping at him for a good 5 minutes after that, and he calmed himself down. But there's the inconsistency. They're talking about inconsistency, but again, we're harking back to the referees. But he's still not getting the protection that he deserves. You know, you hear other teams talking about their strikers are not getting the protection. Fred certainly doesn't get it. It was great to see that big greeting face coming off the park. He was unhappy. He was at the referee the whole game, every penalty kick. Big Ferdinand. You know, I hate him with a vengeance.
Can I just say, Jimmy, that's Morelos on the 5 bookings again.
I know.
I was about to say that.
Guys, boys behind me said that. He said that's him on 5 again.
But
One short of a too-much ban.
Unless he gets sent off in the Aberdeen game, it shouldn't really bother, because he'll still be able to play at Kilmarnock because it's a Scottish Cup game, I would think. Would you know?
I don't know that, so I think
so. It's a cup game, a different tournament. Well, anyway, it depends if it's for violence.
Hold on. I think we've just been joined by a new caller. It's just trying to see how Skype works.
Evening, caller. Who is it, mate?
It's Stardog Fairshire. How you doing, guys?
Hey, mate.
Say that name again.
Stardog.
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 That's the one.
How you doing, Stardog?
No bad yourselves, guys.
Excellent, pal. Thanks.
Just listening into you there. Seeing you were talking about Morelos and that, I think he's capped his temper. So I think his temper's getting better. And I think that he tries to get wound up all the time deliberately in games. And I just think he's reeled it in, man. I think he's really got his act together. I really do.
I'd agree with you.
Yeah. I think he's getting better every game, mate. It's all right, he's maybe not scoring the goals, but some of his all-round plays improving for me.
It's the effort he puts in every week.
I'll take you to our temper expert, Bridgeman.
No, the whole season has been far better. I think Mr. Gerrard has been is working miracles with him as far as his temper's concerned. And you can see, I was disappointed in Saturday because he kept going. Right, I think he was napping away at the linesman because the linesman must have had some influence on the booking.
Aye, but you can see him after 5 minutes talking himself, isn't it?
Exactly. But the thing is that people were shouting, basically, I would imagine the guys in the main stand, in the Sandy Jardin, saying, get away. And we were all shouting for the get the quick out of there and keep your mouth shut, because he'll just love to give you a red card, you know.
I was watching it on Bridge and we didn't see it. Again, it had been away from on the telly so hard, and when it had been aired to Morelos, it was like a case of what's he done now, Ken? And when we look back on it, like Fox says, he probably was just trying to block the ball. So he was. Well, I think anyway.
He might have been. What he's got to learn is the trouble is once you give referees decisions to make, mate, you're dicing with how good they are. That's always a problem, mate. They need to make that challenge, in my opinion.
No, I agree. As I say, in the telly, it kind of went away from it a bit, and when it drawn it back to the film, I thought, okay, what's he done?
But the funny thing is, I'm also saying, I'm not necessarily saying it was a booking, you know?
Aye, I'm the same as yourself. I can agree a bit more with Fox that he's going to try to block the ball, he's trying to get across and block the ball, shut the pass down, things like that, but he's got to watch himself, but he really has. He's capped his temper big time. I'm impressed with it. I really am, man.
He's a good player, the boy. Listen, Stardog, get yourself on mute. We're going to have a tune. No for Fox personally, but he's going to play, man.
No problem.
A wee medley there, Bridge.
Absolutely loved it. Brilliant. Took memories. I can tell you. Brilliant.
Yeah,
I'm sure I heard Big George Logan playing there. Brilliant.
Jimmy, you must find it hard being retired now, not to get up and throw that stick round the kitchen.
You better believe it, mate. Memories are photographs now of... I joined the Partick Protestant Boys in 1976, and I was there for 14 years, and various some other bands, but yep, I miss that, throwing that stick. One claim to fame, we were going to a day of parade, and I think it was Rock Hill, and I was in front of the band, and I was dared to throw the stick, see if I could get it air and catch it the other side, in the walkway at Charing Cross, and I done it. Threw it some height, caught it the other side. Magic memories, mate.
Oh, well done, pal. Well done.
Can't do the dance anymore. I can only do it in my head, but I enjoyed my time. Drum major, bass drummer, side drummer. I joined it, mate. That was good memories.
Memories.
Right, that's what makes the world go round, yep.
Like the corner of my mind.
Before we go on Saturday...
wait a minute, the young boy just joined us here.
Sorry, he's still there. Oh, sorry, I just got to say something else.
Introduce yourself to the young boy. GFK.
Hello, I'm GFK.
How you doing? How you doing, GFK? How you doing?
I'm alright, buddy.
Turn your sound down a wee bit, Stardunk.
Oh, man, I don't even know how to do that.
Just your volume, turn it down a wee bit.
Well, make sure you don't hang up.
Is that better?
That's better, mate. That's better. You're no shouting, mate. I'll introduce you to Bridge. He's the one with the money if you're ever skint, Stardunk.
Oh, that's it there. I love it. How you doing, Stardog? Listen, Stardog, where are you from, pal? Where are you from?
Ayrshire.
You're an Ayrshire boy, eh? You're doing well tonight. You must have the whole of the, as Oxtail used to say, you must have the whole of the internet to yourself tonight. There's not a couple of boys on here.
I do no bad.
Well done. So you've been with the Rangers a while then?
What's that, pal?
Are you with the Rangers a while?
Oh, I've been listening to you for the start of the season, so I have, but I've been Rangers all my day. Aye.
Well done.
How did
it's nice to hear you anyway. It's nice to hear you.
How did you stumble on us, Stardunk?
I listened to the CJ Noble show there a lot, and just through his videos just popped up, and I just listened into his, man. Been tuned in ever since. Love it. Don't miss it.
It's like a drug, yeah?
That's it, mate. That's it.
To be fair, you get in the parlour, there's a lot of drugs took on different ones, all prescribed, I mean.
Aye. And some no, right?
That's true.
So who's in
place for the
game? Are you excited for Wednesday night? Big game, mate. Eh?
Oh, it's a must win. 3 points, definitely.
I'll say to you, and I'll take it around the panel. We play as well as we did the last time up there. We win the game. Stardog, yeah?
Oh, definitely. Ross McCrory got to start on the heart for me. He's got to start, and we've got to stick with this. We can Candace out right and Kent left. It works for us. And Morelos has got to play through the middle. Defoe's a good striker and things like that, but I just don't think anybody can hold the line like Morelos. I just don't think anybody can. I think he bullies defenders, and I think they're terrified to play against them, and I just think we need him at the end of the season, and I think he just works better himself, especially in away games. And
I read on one of the forums today, somebody bringing Andy Halliday back in and playing the same 11 that played on the 29th, Bridge.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of positiveness in that, isn't there? Although, personally speaking, I think that Barisic proves, he certainly proved in Saturday, he's a class act. No offence against anyone. I think we've got a far better defence back four, that is, than we had the last time we played them, particularly up there. I don't think these guys that were playing at the weekend there will give away stupid goals. I don't think so. I think they're quite good. So let's hope that's the case. And that's no offence to Andy Halliday. Andy Halliday could easily slip in and do the business right enough, no problem. So if he gets back to a good shape that he's confident with, then it'll be really great. And Stardog's right. If Morelos is leading the line, he's on his own. What you've got to watch out for, my only fear is we've got to watch out for Morelos getting involved with that boy McKenna again, because McKenna will try to bully him and try to get him to do the same thing again. The last out. I don't know. I don't know if he's. Well, maybe he is. But whomever it is that's at the back, they'll try and dig Morelos, because They think he's an easy bit. That's the way they play their game. They needle the guy and needle the guy.
That's what, to be fair, that's what me or you would do.
Well, I don't know if Morelos would still be starting.
You've got two callers come in there, Ox.
All right.
You've got one boy on the phone, and George has also joined us.
All right, George, I'll go to the caller first, mate, if that's all right with you, mate.
Yeah, boys.
All right, right back to you. Evening, caller.
How you doing, guys? It's Wheels.
All right, Wheels, I'll go back to
Wheels.
George.
That was quick. Thanks, boys.
How we doing, Wheels? What's on your mind?
Not too bad, not too bad. I tell you what, I was actually quite disappointed with Clyde one the night. I was expecting tons of them phoning in, claiming cheating and bias and all this. We never got it. Disappointed. But just what you were saying there, guys, about in terms of, you know, the way the team's shaping up and all that, I personally think that we should have just stuck with what we had on the 29th. If it's not broke, don't fix it, as they say. So for me, I would have just stuck with the same team carrying on. I don't know why we've done all this changing the diamond and all this. Do you know what I mean? It just doesn't seem to have worked properly the way we would have hoped. So for me personally, I would have just went with what we had for the 29th because it worked. So why change it?
That's a point of view. I think the diamond to try and get the two up front is when you're playing against, let's say, Birmingham, to get everybody back, mate. George, can you come, mate?
Just what you were saying there about Wee Morelos, just before the break there, actually, Ox, about him being a wee bit, kind of want to take the penalty and want to get a wee bit huff about the penalty. I like to see that, Ox. The wee guy runs about, does everything for us, takes all the barges, takes all the kicks, and he kens that Tavernier's a penalty kick taker. He's desperate to score. I want to see a striker desperate to score, Ox. I mean, other people are getting to take penalties. I like to see him going in the huff and getting the petty lip and thinking it should be him at scoring because he's doing all the work anyway. So it's good to see the wee guys hungry and desperate to score. I'd be more upset if he was walking away and just happy to see other people scoring goals. No, he should be wanting to score every goal. See, that's what he is. He's a born predator. That's, in my opinion, that's what he is, and that's what he wants to be. If he if somebody else is taking the penalties, which is fair enough, and then somebody else gets the chance to take one, it should be him who's getting the chance to take one because he's the one that's taking all the kicks off the big centre half, all the big bruisers and all that, scoring us all the goals. So any chance he can get to put one in the back of the poke, he's got to want to take it. So it's good to see him Ken being a wee bit huffy in that, Ox, in my opinion. That keeps him on his stage anyway.
I seen it slightly different, George. I seen him, he was encouraging Defoe to take it, mate, because he knew it was good for the team. And the big story for me was the fact that Tav won a hat-trick, gave it up at all.
I was just about to say that there, Ox.
So George, you come to you in a second. We'll let George finish, then we'll come back to you, Bill.
Aye, that's exactly. I mean, for to see Tav on a penalty, right back on a penalty, on a hat trick, and for Walney to get up for.
How many hat tricks did you score for the right back, George?
Never in my life, Fox. But that's what I'm saying. Ken, it's not very often you would see that. So that's a bit of good team spirit. But I think it was a wee bit huffy to be fair, Fox. But I like to see that because he's desperate to score goals. He wants to score loads of goals, and he's the one that's scoring all the hard goals for us. Pulled us out the stinky stuff up at Perth for a couple of good goals and things like that. So when he gets one-on-one with the goalkeeper with 12 years, he's obviously why be one taking it. So good on him. I think Defoe played. I thought Defoe played a big part on Saturday actually.
I thought he played well.
I suppose that. He's coming on a game, and I think with him starting to take on a game now, Wee Morelos is going to start get a wee bit more on his stage as well. And I think they're going to form a good partnership. It doesn't look that well now, to be honest, if I'm honest about it. But I think they're going to start playing well together. I think they've got to play well together. Two strikers like that, one that's hungry to score all the time and one that's done everything in the game. I think it's going to work, Ox. I really do.
Hope you're spot on. Wheels, in you come. Then we'll go to Stardog.
I was just going to say, Ox, I think...
Where did you get that name from?
I think it deserves immense credit for doing that. You know, he takes a lot of criticism for what I hear, you know, and if anything, that just shows how much a team player that he is. You know what I mean? Sharing out the goals. I mean, I can't remember the last time I seen a player give up a penalty when they're on a hat trick. It's just not something that you see happening. So for me, I think it deserves immense credit for that.
The last time I seen anybody get up a hat trick, it was up with Toonwood Fox. Stardog, did you notice Morelos and Defoe with the penalty kick?
As I said, I watched it on the telly. I seen him standing at the penalty spot and things like that. But what I did notice was after the game, Gerrard reiterated the penalty positions. It's Tav, then it's Morelos, then it's Defoe. I noticed that. I seen him in the box. But I was not the same. I was happy. I wanted Defoe to hit the second one. I was hoping Tav gave him the second one. They ended up missing. But he didn't. And obviously there's rules. If you're the penalty taker, you're the penalty taker. But I think when you miss, somebody else gets it. That's the way I would work it anyway.
To be fair, Tav, it wasn't 1 out of 1. He missed it. That's 1 out of 12 or something.
I'm not saying, Ken. I'm just saying I just think he should be moved on after that. But I'm not complaining about it. Like I would have seen him get before the second penalty. But I was happy. I was happy to get his first home goal. All the same.
Aye. Well, we move on for goals breed confidence. Morelos, big player for us. Hopefully he can get a goal and be back amongst it come Wednesday night. Wolves.
Wednesday is a massive game for us. I know we say that just about every week, but it is the biggest game of the season. I mean, if we were to slip up, and obviously if they were to topple Hibs, then it's going to be a difficult one to come back from. I don't expect Hibs to be an easy game for that lot, and I don't expect, I'm expecting a very, very tough game against the Sheep, but I've got all confidence that we can do it. We don't seem to slip up as much when it comes to the big games as we've done in previous seasons, so I'm pretty confident we can do our bit.
All right, so obviously the manager, they're talking about some of the manager, but talking about what he said after the game. If you don't mind getting yourself on mute, we'll hear from your manager, Steven Gerrard, MBE.
We'll have to be better than certainly the first half against St Mirren. I thought we were good in possession and we looked quite dangerous, but I didn't feel like we had any aggression or intensity out of possession at the weekend. I thought that improved a lot second half, but there's no getting away from it. We will have to be better out of possession against Aberdeen for the full game.
Do you think you're starting to see signs of gelling from your squad in terms of your new signings?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're getting. I think I'm seeing signs that they're getting a bit fitter, a bit sharper. I think you could see Jermaine certainly second half was looking sharp and a big threat, and the keepers made a few good saves from him. But we did know it would take them maybe 3-4 weeks to get them up to speed. It's a similar situation now with Glenn Kamara and Polster. So we'll push them. They're doing a double session today, for example. So it's trying to add more volume into them to get them up to speed a bit quicker.
You played a different system again at the weekend. You said against Kilmarnock that the only reason that it didn't work was perhaps the level of performance. Are you happy with how that's working? And do you think you're actually keeping sides guessing a little bit more going into games now?
Maybe. I think... I don't think the diamond worked again at the weekend, but I don't think any system's going to work if you don't have that intensity and that aggression in your play. I felt when we went to a 4-4-2 in the second half of the weekend, we looked a lot better. We had a bit more balance, and Ryan certainly looked more dangerous out on the left. But you learn all the time with the players individually and collectively. But certainly having Jermaine around does give us more of a threat and gives us the chance to play two forwards on the pitch, which is what we're going to need at times.
Do you think people are becoming a little obsessed with what system you're playing?
I don't know. You tell me. Look, it's my job to keep oppositions guessing. There was times when we played the 4-3-3 system before the international break where we needed more of a threat on the pitch. We went to a 4-4-2 against St Johnstone when Lafferty came on and he made a big difference and gave us more of a threat up top. So we have got options to do that, but I won't be playing 4-4-2 every week or 4 diamonds every week. We do have to have flexibility in our game if we want to be successful.
Oh, big word for me, flexibility there. That's how maybe we're seeing the diamond coming in. You need more than one string to your bow. GFK.
Aye, that's what he's telling us, isn't he? That he's going to try it more often. I don't think he'll do it, and I hope he doesn't in Wednesday night. But against teams like St Mirren, the two up front with the diamond there, it does work to a certain point, you know. But we'll not be able to do it against Hibs, I don't think. The Shaggers, because I think that we need to spread. McKenna is injured, but you still get Shinnie in there. We need to play out wide. We need to have Kent and the Candyman playing with Fred up front, and possibly use Jermaine Defoe later on in the game. But I wouldn't go 4-4-2 with a diamond there on Wednesday night. I'd go with the 4-4-3. 4-3-3 rather, 4-4-3. 4-3-3. There's an option there today. That Oxyard, he said that, so looks as if he's going to use it more often.
I think it's good that he's getting other shapes into the team, because you need them. It's important that you have that flexibility to win different kinds of football matches. I'll go to Bridge, and then we'll see we'll be joined by Boswell. We'll bring Boz in. When you go Bridge and then Boswell.
Sorry, what was the point there, pal?
I missed one of my knitting, so if you stitch one, Pearl one, what did you do next?
So what was the crux of the matter you were talking about?
If you look at the script, 7 questions done, third line in.
Right, okay.
You got it?
No. So what was it?
I've asked if it's good we've got different shapes to our ball, because you're going to need them sometimes, mate.
Yes, indeed, and I think I was going to come on to compliment the manager and his determination to see if he can get 4-4-2 running with the diamond. He seems to be wanting to get it done, and to give him the option. I think at the present moment it kind of worked a wee bit on Saturday, particularly in the second half. It seemed to work a bit better for him. Personally speaking, based on our experience. We've got, 15 games to go, 14 games to go in the league. We're desperate to get to the end with a winning team. And the winning team we had, or the best playing team we had with the best performances up to now, has been 4-3-3. That's not to say we play well every week, or we have done. But it is a smashing option to have. And the manager's building a squad, and that squad's going to play the way he wants them to. But let's hope it gets it winning, and it keeps it winning. He's played 4-4-2. It was a disaster for him a couple of weeks ago, to all intents and purposes, but it was all right on Saturday. But I think most of the boys will say they hope they play the best team against the Aberdeen in the week, in the midweek there coming up, and it's going to be a 4-3-3, hopefully.
It's getting the right people in it.
Yeah.
Boswell.
Good evening to you too, pal. How you doing?
Boys. How you doing, mate? All right.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Well, if you time to reflect on the weekend's victory, all I can say is we're 2 goals better after we were before the weekend started.
Well, exactly, and there's that, of course, that I think, as we said on Saturday evening after the game, is that there's a lot of nonsense being spoken now. There's a lot of what I would call it. Well, yeah. What I think it's meant to be is surreptitious cheating by Steve Clarke, trying to move the agenda so that the referee pays very much attention to our activity in the penalty box, without having to say, check out Jermaine Defoe because he's a diver. I really don't like Steve Clarke. I think he's a failure, quite frankly. I don't think he's talented at all. And I always thought one of the rules was that other managers don't talk about other teams at other games that they weren't in attendance at. You speak about your own game, but it seems that it's a open season on the Rangers, and anybody can make a comment. And I think it's about time the club stood up and made a comment about Steve Clarke's comments, and that there should be a representation to the Kilmarnock board about this, because I think that is going against the spirit of the game, quite frankly. But I suppose that sport integrity is one of these things that people don't quite get. But going on to the game, I actually think we played really well, and I think I mentioned it Saturday night. I thought their goalkeeper had a blinding second half and saved at least 3, possibly 4 really good chances that under normal circumstances could have gone in. So we could have been looking at a 6 or a 7, maybe an 8 on Saturday, top of the penalties. But I was quite happy with the performance. Thought the goal by Ryan Kent and the wee through ball from Jermaine Defoe was absolutely superb. Really great awareness. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I'm glad that was. When we play these different shapes, it's all about getting players forward. So that's going to be a good thing. It's just going to be more entertaining.
Yeah.
We're trying to score goals.
Yeah, I think that what we were doing before, I think, was that we had no real tempo from middle to front. But I see us having that now when we've got players like Ryan Kent in the team. He's quite happy to carry it forward and take the attack to our opposition. And I think he's been absolutely superb for us. And of course, we'll see in the summer exactly what's going to happen re his loan period. I'd be quite happy with another 6 months or another year's loan. The boy seems to be quite happy, and he's certainly doing a job for us. And he's probably miles away from the Liverpool first team, if truth be told.
Well, we could have done him tonight.
Liverpool could have as well, couldn't they?
Uh-huh.
I can't agree more with Boz. That was tremendous, Boz. That's similar. I was saying it similar earlier on. I think young Ryan Kent's going to be an absolute star if he keeps going the way he's going, and he's getting confidence, getting up his momentum in his game. It's all there for him. It's all there for him. And that boy Barisic had a tremendous game alongside him.
Yeah, he did.
Feeding each other. Really good to see. Really good to see.
It's good that they've got the balance on both sides now. Bridge with the midfield and the right back and the left back, left side of midfield, right side of midfield with Candeas and Kent and Barisic and Tav.
It's going to be interesting when Murphy comes back fit, isn't it? Because he likes to play left as well, doesn't he?
Can I come in there?
Oh, sorry,
after listening to the manager's press conference, it's no press conference, it's just an interview. I was one of the people that says we should play 4-3-3 and stick to it. But listening to him speaking there about he's taking wee chances to change the tactics. We've had a game roughly every 3 to 4 days since we came back in January. How else is he going to get Defoe fit, match fit, and Davis match fit unless he changes the system to get the 2 strikers in? As we see with Morelos sitting in 5 cards, he could easily get booked in the coming games and be out for a wee time.
2 games.
And how do we get the full match fit to fit in for him when that does happen? So maybe give the manager a wee bit of slack about changing the system to get the 2 up front to get him match fit.
Is it? Would we say it's horses for courses? That he'll play 4-3-3 against like Aberdeen, Celtic. Maybe he should have done it against Kilmarnock, but I mean that was just unbelievable against Kilmarnock. And play the 4-4-2 against teams like St Mirren, Hamilton. Teams that are down at the bottom of the league that are going to sit in against us, and we can afford to really push on.
That's why I'm happy with the different shapes. You still with us, Star Dog?
I'm still here, guys. The bridge man must have jinxed my internet because it cut off for a wee 5 minutes there.
That must be your turn done in Ayrshire, mate. What might have happened there is that Travel Rug might be looking at his Lee Wallace pictures.
Aye.
Online.
He's got them in paper copy and online, boys. You're right.
Has he? He must have iCloud or something like that, innit?
Aye. I'm saying there, guys, I think the 4-3-3 works away, and at home, like Fox was saying there, we've got to start expanding in formations and getting players fit and getting match time, because like he says, Ken, Morelos could easily pick up a yellow card and end up banned for a couple of games, and how do you go about trying to get an unfit Jermaine Defoe 90 minutes and a couple of goals? So I agree with that 100%. I think the 4-3-3 works more away from home. So it does. I think we're more compact. We win the ball more, and I just think it's a better formation for me away from home anyway.
Yeah, I think anyway, I've always been a guy that want to see at Ibrox. I want to see Rangers develop a 3-5-2 system. I'd love them to do that. I think that's the best, my preferred sort of set up for football at Ibrox. And we don't have the players that can do that at the moment. But maybe in a year's time or so, the manager will get another really good left-footed centre half, and we'll maybe be able to do something like that. Because I think we'd be a wow 3-5-2. I think we'd be a wow, but obviously not right now.
What I liked about Sunday, and I know boys, I'll take this to the boys in GFK. Sorry, Saturday was, we made a change and we changed it back. That's a coach's role.
Yeah.
And that shows you that Stephen's grown into the job as well, in my opinion. We used to say on here that the problem that Mark Warburton had was that he was immovable. He wasn't flexible. He wasn't malleable. He wasn't prepared to look at a situation, see how we were coping. He always said that we controlled. No, we didn't, because the way he played the team was that was the rules and they were never going to change. And no matter what happened, if we'd gone down 1-0, he would never ever change it, and the subs would always happen at the same time, and they were nearly always like for like. With Stephen, you're getting someone who understands how to go and win a game. It's not about what he thinks; it's about what suits the game, because every game's different. He needs to be able to react to how a team play against him. So, if we play, let's say, the way we were doing on Saturday against St Mirren and not pushing forward, what would have happened? That game would have completely died, and we might have got a draw because we pulled right off them and gave them more space. So I think the gaffer's got it absolutely right. And as I always say on here, that's why he's the boss, because he knows much more about football than I'll ever know.
A lot of wisdom there again for Boswell.
Better chuck that, Bridge, yeah?
Aye.
Chuck that.
But
that'll never last.
Did he say wisdom really there, Bros? Did he hear him right?
He did. He said wisdom.
Was he talking about teeth?
Yeah, I've got plenty of wisdom teeth.
Was that a compliment you gave Boswell there, Bridge?
It was indeed. It was. I'm a nice guy.
I'm just taking a note of this, mate. Fourth of the second.
Thank you, Bridge. You're a kind man. Thank you, sir.
You better not put him back on about Christmas, too.
I was just going to say that, that's what the second time we've been in Ibrox for a wee while, and it seems like when we played them across the city, it seems like a long time ago, and here we are. We're running up, with 14 games to go, and the biggest game of the season coming up again, and every week's going to be the biggest game of the season, because we really need to win each game now. We do need to do it. It's nothing else to it. We need to do it. So all you could say is, you watch Saturday and you think to yourself, well, we come away with a 4-0, no nasty bad marks, no red cards, no nothing like that. Only one booking, I think, and that does me fine. I'm very happy. And you walk home, you get home or close to it, and you find that everything's all blown up, and the press have went mental. The pundits are all gone mad. The BBC have exploded, and it's all just nonsense because the referee gave Rangers 4 penalties.
The funny thing is,
he missed one. It should have been 5.
Yes, the funny thing is, Bridge, we sort of predicted that on the aftermatch show about Twitter and all the places. Yeah. It was so obvious.
Do you know the thing I kind of was thinking about over the weekend? You'll hear comments on a match of the day saying, "Oh well, if he's going to give a penalty for that, you would end up with 5 penalties a game." So what? If you get 5 penalties a game, that means someone's fouled 5 times. Now, I think out of those 5 penalties, the 4 penalties we got on Saturday, I would say, same as the gaffer, on reflection and looking back on Rangers TV, 2 of them were stonewallers, the other 2 are questionable. 1 and 3, I think, are Stonewallers. The other, 2 and 4, I'm thinking, had we got those against us, I would be really peeling.
I'll give you the second one, Boz. The third one, I think, is a foul, and he carried it on inside the. Fourth one. Sorry,
is that not the rule that if the foul starts outside the box, it's a free kick?
If you end the foul outside the box, it's a free kick. But if you carry on doing it and it ends up inside the box, it's a penalty kick.
So is that considered second phase play then, or something like that?
Yeah. No, because he had his horns wrapped around his legs. So if you let him go outside the box and he falls inside the box, it's a free kick. Because he gets his horns through them.
They spoke about it, I think with Sky. It's called a continuation phase, Boswell.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like rugby, doesn't it, JFK?
Well, that's what, how you doing, pal? That's what the McDermott said the day. He said that Dermot, whatever his name is, Gallagher. He said it's a continuation of play. He says, I mean, the player was actually juggling with the ball, the horn ball, and the one with Candace, he says it's happened at the start of the day, moving forward. He says, and as you can see, he grapples the player around the waist. So it's a Stonewall penalty, Boswell, you know. But talking about booking, just looking at the league fixtures, guys, you know, we were talking there about 5 bookings at Fred Zone. You know, we were talking about this situation, this scenario a couple of months ago. Looking at the fixtures we've got leading up to the Puddle Drinkers on the 31st of March. I mean, if Fred comes through these 2 or 3 games unscathed, and then all of a sudden he gets a booking, right? Now, what would happen is 2 games pass by before the suspension kicks in. That's the league rules. Now, if he did keep a clean sheet up until the Rangers Dundee game, and supposedly he'd get booked that game, then he would miss the 2-week space. Would be he'd play against Hibernian and he'd play against Kilmarnock, but he would be suspended against the Puddle Drinkers. So you asked this question before, Oxjay, should he go for the booking early?
Well, every game is important for me, but I'll change it. I'll change your question slightly. Who thinks Morelos has got a chance going 6 games without getting booked? Oswald and then George.
That's what I'm saying. You know, I know we've got Jermaine Defoe there, but I don't think Jermaine Defoe can play in the same way that Fred can.
Yeah, but what happens in March, Jim?
Kyle Lafferty.
The Daffodils came out. Big George.
I know you've got Kyle Lafferty, I suppose. Aye, but at least said about that the better than now. For me, it's all about Jermaine Defoe and Alfredo. So it's just I mean, he's on 5 bookings again. So, and do you know something? I think it's a stick on. He'll get booked on Wednesday night.
Yeah, me too.
I think it's a total. I'm just hoping he doesn't get sent off, you know. But it's a stick on that Shinnie will be at him the whole game, and I think he'll get booked. I don't think there's any doubt about that, and it'll be the same crap in the papers the next day.
I'm still with the boy. I'm still with Stardug. I think Morelos is changing a bit.
Just your league, Shinnie to Ryan Jack.
They'll get to Ryan Jack, Stardug. They'll get to him as well, you know. But I think they know. I totally agree with your point that Fred has Camden Sale doing a bit. You know, as Fox said earlier on, he's a winner, and that's the way he is because he is a winner. But
and I think a lot of folk actually forget he's still only 22.
Exactly, mate. But we're up against the Shaggers, so you know what they're like. We like to beat them just as much as we like to beat the Puddle Drinkers.
No, not quite. But we like to beat them. George Logan. Morelos, he's got that edge to his game. I don't think we can take it away from him, can we?
No, you didn't want to take it away, Ox. Let's be honest about it. I mean, we all said a few weeks ago there, he's going to win us more games than he's got to get sent off. He's got to score more goals. The one up in Perth, just after Hampden Dundee, I thought he took the 2 goals brilliantly the way he scored the 2 goals. I think he's I think he needs that wee bit in him for be the player he is. I think he's absolutely fantastic, and having that wee bite about him. And listen, see, to be honest, it wouldn't surprise me if he gets booked against them in Wednesday, because like you said earlier on, see, if I was playing against him, I'd be biting his ear and licking his neck and things like that. Of course you would. That's what you'd be doing. You wind him up because you knew he was going to flip. But I think with Stardog saying, he's probably bang on, but he's actually saying he is starting to learn a wee bit. He's still got that in him, but he maybe takes 5 minutes to think about it and then walk away.
Guys,
and just keep there a couple of wee minutes. So
When I'll bring in Stardog, let George finish, mate. Carry on, George.
I think he's definitely going to learn. But if you say for the next 5 games, is he going to get booked again? He probably will get booked again. But he'll score more goals and he's got to take bookings off. So I think we've got to just accept that. That's the kind of guy he is. He's one of the South Americans, and I'm not. That's what they are, and that's what they've got about him. Look at Suarez. I'm not saying he's like Suarez, but Suarez was a crackpot as well. But it was some striker rock. So I think we've just got to accept that. And like you say, if we can get to March and then the Daffodils start scoring goals, that's when the league will be won. I've already tell you that, Ox,
Once or twice, George. Once or twice. And we come, Stardog. Stardog, you're going to have to get a different name every time I say
I'm going to have to go because the Wien's just kicked down the kitchen door and demanded a bobo, so that's me done for the night. But it's been great talking to you guys, and I'll be back on like more often than that. But it's been great speaking to you, and as Bridge says, keep it going for the Rangers, eh?
Aye, keep it going, son. Well done. Well done. Cheers, pal.
He's the same problem with his boy when he wants a vote.
And he's a big boy, Stardog. He's had lots of bobos.
Good night, Ian.
Hi.
Oh.
See, we're saying there 5 minutes as well, there, Oxford. Somebody was saying there 5 minutes ago about Ryan Kent. I think Ryan Kent's fantastic. I really do. And just for the age of him as well, Ken, I think he's got a lot of improvement today. And I thought to myself, his choice, he's never got to get in the Liverpool team, but his choice are probably got to be Rangers playing in either the Europa League or the Champions League, or probably someday a Newcastle or Burnley, one of the teams. And the more and more I see this guy, and considering he's 19, I think he's still only 19, isn't he? When you see that guy, he'll maybe not get the top 4 in England, but see with that, he could probably play in the UEFA Cup with teams down there as well. Maybe the top 7 teams in that down there. I think he's. I don't know if you'll be. I thought we'd be able to put a bid in for him and maybe get him, but I really didn't think so. I think Liverpool's best option with him would probably give us another year option on him and see how he's doing for there. Because I think that boy's got to be a right good talent. And I'm not just saying that because his last few games, I thought he ran the Mickey's right on the 29th, and some of his touches, some of his play on Saturday was absolutely fantastic. So, I mean, I think if we can get another year out of him, Ox, we'll be doing fantastic. But I think he's got to be worth a lot of money one day, Ox. I really do. I thought we'd maybe get him for, like me, we were spoken the other night there, and I said if we only had one sign in the summer, and it's £4 million, it was him. I think you probably need to pay 6 or 7, maybe even 8, just at this point, just even for that laddie.
That's the downside, George, isn't it? That's the downside about Ryan Kent, is the fact is that we're enhancing his skills, and it could price us out of getting him, mate.
That probably could, Jimmy. See, a few months ago there, you'd probably say 2 or 3 million. He'll never get in a Liverpool team. I still don't think he'll get in a Liverpool or Man United or any of the guys. But see, with that, Ken, the next batch of teams, maybe 7, 8, 9 and 10 in the English Premiership.
Well, like that, Leicester City, maybe, George. Leicester City or West Ham or something like that. You know, and he enhances his skills more in the Premiership and maybe goes to a bigger team in the top 4 of that. But I think that's a downside for me. If I love to be able to get him permanently, but I don't think it's going to happen. I hope I'm wrong, but I would gladly take him in another season loan and see what comes out the other end. But I just think that he could be priced out our price range, mate, and that's unfortunate.
Jimmy,
even if you could probably even if you could just pull a wee deal somewhere, Oxon, Jimmy, just somewhere, and if we say, right, Ken, give him on a 3-year deal, and we'll give you 3, 4, whatever it's got to be, £1 million for him. And if he is going to move on to one of these teams you're talking about, a Leicester or any of these teams, he's not got to play as big a team with Rangers. Let's be honest about it, unless you go to get into Liverpool. He's not going to do it. But And then if we maybe sell him for 7 or 8 million down the road, and they get the money for him at the end of the day, we're still getting the benefit out of the guy until he's maybe 21, 22. I think that'd be a fantastic deal for us because he has a cracking talent, like when you see him playing.
George, just to let you know, I think he's 22 now. I think Ryan Kent's 22 at the moment, pal.
22 then, so there you go.
I think he's
19.
No, I think. Can I just say he's been out to 2 different clubs, I believe, and it hasn't happened for him on loan, and it just hasn't happened for him. But he's came to Rangers, and I don't know if he's in between. He's came to Rangers, and it took him a wee while just to get used to things. And there he's played in one of the biggest games for us anyway, one of the biggest games in the world, in world football, and he was a star. And here he's starting to pick up his game. I think the world's his oyster.
Can I just jump in?
He was at Freiburg and he was at Bristol City.
Did any catch the 2 articles in the papers at the weekend? One was for Jurgen Klopp and one was for, I can't remember his name. He's a Rangers equivalent of Mark Allen, the guy that does all the things at Liverpool. And they're 2 interviews married in the thing was that Klopp said that he's pleased to see Ryan Kent doing so well at Rangers because he was at Boswell said the name here, Freiburg. Didn't do much there, but you can see that he's enhancing his skills at Rangers. The guy whose name I can't remember, as I say, is the equivalent of Mark Allen at Ibrox. He said, and this is, I try to think about it, he sees that him and the boy Wilson, he feels deserve at least an interview type of showing Jurgen Klopp what he can do at Anfield, i.e. playing some games hopefully in the future. Now that tells me that they think a lot of him, and it's us that have enhanced his skills to the level it's at just now. And as I was saying to George there, I think it could be to our detriment that it could end up going to maybe one of the middle teams in the Premiership for maybe between 5 and 7 million, which we don't have. And it's up to him, or if Liverpool say, look, we want to sell you for 7 million, if Rangers can't pay it, then that's no. Is it up to the player then to say, I want to go to Rangers? What happens when we win the league this year and we qualify for the Champions League? Is that going to entice him to stay as a loan player? I would like to think so. But I think that we need to enjoy him while we've got him, and we'll see what comes out the other end. But there has been a lot of good reports being sent back to him, obviously because the guy's playing well now, and Jurgen Klopp's sitting up and taking notice, guys.
But Jimmy, we're sitting second in the league. We got to the sort of we nearly got out of the group stages, shall we say? Nearly got into the group stages of the Europa League with him. The boys had a tremendous season up to now, and good luck with him, mate. I hope it happens for him. And he gets to the end of the season, he's playing like a star, like we know he is. Then obviously it'll be up to the Liverpool manager to make his mind up what he's going to do. And you know, sorry, pal.
So I think Fox was coming in there.
I was just trying to think how we could work it. I mean, the obvious one is obviously another year's deal. But would the fans be happy with something like 3 million or 4 million pounds from with a 50% sell-on, where Liverpool got the big lump of the sell-on fee? Same as Dembele, I think he had something like that.
Yeah, that's a great idea, Fox. I think we need him here next season. You know, there has been a lot of rumblings that that's the reason why that we brought Jordan Jones in, that because we could be priced out of the Ryan Kent situation. But look, if somebody comes in, suppose in Leicester City, I can't seem to get their name out of my head. Supposing they come in and say to Liverpool, we'll give you the 7 million that you're wanting. I know the players have a big say in it, but we can't match. Somebody fell asleep there. We can't match 7 million. If they say, can you match 7 million? But we can't match their wages, guys. Leicester are paying mega bucks. So
the money down there, Jimmy, we just can't.
No, exactly.
I think that boy came from, I know it's his top draw for Chelsea, but I read Sunday paper, 260,000 a week.
Solanke. Yeah.
No, the one.
Hudson Odoi.
The boy that came from Italy to Chelsea scored at the weekend.
Higuain. Is it him?
I know he's a top drawer. He's top drawer, but
Higuain. Yeah.
The money's mental, and we'll upload at one time. But look, Kent will be on decent money. The guy who might have the decision, this whole thing, it might be Kent. Depends how he wants his career to be shaped. And if he's happy at Ibrox and decides, look, I want to stay here for another year and develop my career and see what it's going to take us, rather than going to, I'll say Bristol City, where he was a bit at before, or somebody at that level, well, he might be the man that dictates.
But look at Solanke.
He's injured.
But Solanke wasn't getting a game at Liverpool at all. And he went for a crazy 19 million. And I'm not going to say Ryan Kent's going to go for that. But what Bridges is saying is, what Fox is saying is a great idea. If we go up for 3 or 4 million with a 50% sell-on fee, take it, bring him in a 4 or 5 year contract. I think that he's a player that at 22 years of age, he's got a lot of good years ahead of him for us, up to he's 27, 28, and if there's a sell-on at that time then, and Liverpool benefit of that, fair dues. But I'm looking for a team for the Champions League next season, and Ryan Kent is certainly part of the plans for me.
Can I ask a question here about this? Let's say, here's just hypothetical. If Ryan Kent was our player, what would we be valuing that player at?
Before Christmas.
No, now.
Now. That's a good question. They moved to the English Premiership.
Think of it. Well, if we take the Morales as a, we would say 15 to 20 million for Morales, right?
Morales has done it over a couple of years.
A couple of seasons. So
whereas
Ryan
Kent's done it over a couple of months, hasn't he?
Well, yeah, I think if we say 4 months for Kent, what would we really value him at?
5 million against 15 million Morales, if that makes sense, boss.
See, I don't think, and of course we've got to add on to that, let's say, going back to reality again, the Liverpool factor, the Premiership factor, the factor that I also understand him to be on 35 grand a week at Liverpool in his contract. I don't think we would be anywhere near taking Ryan Kent, because I think that Liverpool are looking at that, other clubs are looking at that, saying, well, boy's been brought up properly, all the rest of it. You'll start talking at 10 million, because that's for an average player. That's for an average player, I think.
Look at Solanke, mate. He's not kicked a ball. He's been injured. His hamstring.
I saw him on Saturday, and I just thought he looked so far away from even being ordinary.
Solanke, that is.
Yeah, he looked really. He looked as if he couldn't run, Bridge. He was making the wrong runs. He was all over the place. I mean, I know he doesn't understand their partner play yet, but at the same time, is that there's yourself, is that when you're playing football, there's instinct that gets you through.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he looked as if he had none.
Can I ask a quick question to you guys? Foxy was mentioned just a few minutes ago there that he thought that Dembele was on that 50% sell-on thing. Is there any truth in that?
33 and a third is on.
No, when Celtic got Dembele, there was a sell-on clause.
It was the cross-border thing, wasn't it? And
but I'm saying but in the contract it was I think that's what Foxy said. It was a 50% sell-on.
Did they not tell you in your Celtic view when you go to Darwin?
Dembele went for 15 million with a 5 million added on and a sell-on clause. So he's actually went for 20 million. He was
rated 50, wasn't he?
They got 15 up front, and there's a 5 million sell-on. But anyway, we don't want to talk about Dembele.
No, hold on a second. No. I'm asking the question because Foxy said he thought we could do the same thing with Ryan Kent and Liverpool. That's why I'm saying it.
Yeah.
But if it's depending what the percentage is, Foxy thought it was 50.
Too old for the cross-border stuff now.
I think so. No, I think it's just for players.
Anyway, gentlemen, we've reached that time of the evening. And Bridgeman.
It's just run away for us tonight. What a wonderful evening for talking about football. and hopefully there was nothing controversial anyway in the papers over the weekend, so nice and quiet, wasn't it? So what can I say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, particularly Rangers fans here on Rangers Radio, everyone is, please, 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 keep it going for the Rangers, because the Rangers really need us.
Can I thank everybody that took the time to call us, all the usual boys, Boswell, Bridge, Fox, GFK, George Logan, Wheels, and a big shout out to the first time caller, Star Doug, who took the time to join us. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back tomorrow night between 9 and 11, talking about all things Rangers.
Behold the crimson banners flow yonder Torretory. It tells of days of mighty note and Derry's deathless glory, when her brave sons undaunted stood in battle to defend her. Indignant stemmed oppression's flood and sang at no surrender. And here's to the boys that fear no noise and never will surrender. The gates we close against our foes on the 18th of December. Old Derry's walls were firm and strong, well fenced in every quarter, each crowning bastion grim along with culverin and mortar. But Derry had a surer guard that all that art could lend her. Her prentice hearts and gates who barred and sang at no surrender. Then here's to the boys that fear no noise and never will surrender. The gates we close against her foes on the 18th of December. Again when treason, mad and brand and rebel hordes were swarming, were Derry's sons the foremost found for king and country army. And forth they roisted honours bold from age to boyhood tender, again to man their virgin walls and sang at no surrender. And here's to the boys that fear no noise and never will surrender. The gates we close against their foes on the 18th of December. Long may the crimson banner wave a meteor streaming airy, portentous of the free and brave who man the walls of Derry. And Surrey's sons alike defy both traitor or pretender, and ring to heaven their breathless cry, their patriot no surrender. And here's to the boys that fear no noise and never will surrender. The gates we close against their foes on the 18th of December.